Sponsored by rxcardclub.com. Get a free prescription drug card and save up to 85% on prescription drugs. rxcardclub.com. Tomorrow's top 25 today. Texas returns to number 1 as chaos leads to big shakeup in college football rankings. CBSSports.com, projecting the new AP Top 25 college football rankings after Week 6 of the 2024 season. CBS Sports Graphic. Some of the most memorable weeks in college football end up being the ones fans don't quite see coming. While the Week 6 scoreboard included no huge clash of the Titans to generate hype all through the week, Saturday itself provided more thrills, upsets and iconic images than we've seen in any given week during the 2024 season. The college football rankings have to be thrown into the blender after Week 6 because so many of the pieces that made up last week's AP Top 25 poll look very different after Saturday. 7 teams from the top 12 of last week's rankings were on the road on Saturday, and 5 of them, at the time of this initial publish, lost. And while it's easy to be amazed in the totality of the day's upsets, none were more remarkable than Vanderbilt taking down number 1 Alabama the week after the Crimson Tide had risen to that spot by beating Georgia. It wasn't the biggest upset by point spread of the season, that would still be Notre Dame's loss to Northern Illinois, but given the history and pedigree of each program, the result is going to resonate for decades. The images of the goalposts being carried down Broadway in downtown Nashville, the dynamic playmaking of Diego Pavia and the fact that Vanderbilt went wire-to-wire in the win by pushing an Alabama defense off the ball make the Commodores' victory one of the biggest results of the season so far. But then there was even more. Tennessee lost a low-scoring battle at Arkansas, Michigan fell short at Washington and USC got tripped up at Minnesota. The entire day was filled with top teams losing in spots to unranked opponents, and that's not even considering top 10 Missouri getting blasted by Texas A&M at the beginning of the day. This kind of upset-fueled chaos keeps fans falling in love with the sport over and over again, but it's going to be a headache for AP voters to try and sort through the carnage for their updated ballots. Here's how we project the new AP Top 25 to look on Sunday. 1. Texas, last week. 2. The Longhorns were off in Week 6 and will return to action next Saturday with the Red River Showdown against Oklahoma. 2. Ohio State. 3. Alabama's loss will lead to some more first-place votes heading to Ohio State, especially after another dominant defensive performance in a 35-7 win against Iowa. But since the Buckeyes were a noticeable margin behind Texas last week, it's tough to imagine Ohio State can make up enough ground to jump all the way to number 1. 3. Oregon. 6. The Ducks handled business on Friday night against Michigan State, jumping out to an early lead and defending it the rest of the way in a 31-10 win. 4. Georgia. 5. It's possible the Bulldogs' standing is going to be hurt by Alabama's upset loss, but in the consensus, we're not projecting much movement after an 18-point win against Auburn. 5.